Hi, I'm professional sports handicapper Ross Benjamin of RBWins.com. It's Friday, November 6th, and it's time for another edition of my free pick segment. Today, I'm going to be covering a college football game on Saturday, noon Eastern time kickoff between the Michigan Wolverines. That's the number 23 Michigan Wolverines at the number 13 Indiana Hoosiers. That's hard to say. The number 13 Indiana Hoosiers. It's been a long time since anybody has been able to refer to Indiana as not only a ranked team, but as higher ranked team as they are. So again, rightfully so, they've earned the right. Indiana coming off back-to-back wins to open the season, first over Penn State, and then last week they knocked off Rutgers. And that's the same Rutgers team that upset Michigan State in the opening game of the year and came full circle to go to Ann Arbor last week and upset the Michigan Wolverines as a 21.5-point underdog. Go figure. All things go in a circle there, and it shows you that it's never that easy to predict outcomes, not only in college football, but the NFL as well. Before I get to the meat and potatoes of this game and then give you my pick at the end of my analysis, just a friendly reminder, folks, you're viewing me on the OSGA YouTube channel. Be kind enough, if you have not subscribed already, to subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing. There's no strings attached. And if you hit that bell after you subscribe, that's a notification bell. And what that will enable you to do is when any of my sports betting podcasts on this network goes up and published, that includes my free pick segments, that includes my new show, The Winner's Circle with Chip Chirimbus, that includes the Raymond Report with myself and Ron Raymond. You'll be notified immediately upon us publishing that, and if you can't make it right away, you could always find us on archive at the OSGA YouTube channel by subscribing as well. All right, so getting back to this matchup, the first thing that I must bring up is the Michigan Wolverines have defeated Indiana 24 straight times. That's right, folks, 24 straight times. The last time that Indiana won a game between these two teams was way back in 1987. So a big obstacle to clear there mentally anyway for the Indiana Hoosiers. And what strikes me here as well, and we've seen a lot of this in college football this year. In this particular instance, we have the higher ranked team in the Indiana Hoosiers as a home underdog against the lower ranked team. The 2-0 number 13 team in the country is an underdog against the number 23 team. And as I've been telling you time and time again, I would trust the odds makers 24/7, 365 days a week before I trust the pollsters in terms of when equating a line and how accurate it is as compared to the rankings. Couple of instances. Last week, we had unranked Texas travel to number 6 Oklahoma State, number 6 at the time, I should say. And Oklahoma State was just a 3.5-point favorite, which means, by the way that line was set, that if the game were played in Austin, Texas, the Longhorns, the unranked Longhorns, would have been a 2.5 to 3-point favorite over the number 6 team in the land. Then we had the instance a couple weeks ago when the West Virginia Mountaineers hosted the Kansas State Wildcats. West Virginia was a 3.5-point home favorite, despite the fact of them being unranked and Kansas State being number 16 in the country at that particular moment in time. So there's been several instances along the way where the rankings don't match up to what the point spread is set at, and that's why I'm telling you, folks, don't think too hard. Trust the bookmaker. And like I've said many times over the years, my cliche is think like a bookmaker and you'll be one step ahead when it comes to sports betting. All right, after having said that, with Michigan winning 24 in a row and the oddity of a lower ranked team being a road favorite at a higher ranked team. This is also, as I alluded to before, a Michigan team coming off a stunning 27-24 bitter loss to their in-state rival, the Michigan State Spartans. Michigan was a 21.5-point favorite in that game. Wow. Michigan's going to be smarting. They're going to be in a sour mood going into this game. And, that's a Michigan State team, as I touched upon, that beat Rutgers or lost to Rutgers in their season opener. And Rutgers, by way of that win over Michigan State, broke a 22-game Big Ten losing streak. And then they turn around the next week on the road against Michigan and win by 21 as a 21.5-point underdog. Go figure. It's never easy to predict these games. Michigan will be the beneficiary of also playing an Indiana team that hasn't done very well of late as a home underdog. As a matter of fact, the Indiana Hoosiers are 1-11 straight up and 2-9 ATS in their last 12 games as a home underdog. And in that time frame when they were a home underdog, they were a home underdog of 6 or fewer, they've gone 0-4 straight up in ATS in their last 4 as a home underdog of 6 or less. And they lost those games by an average of 13 points per contest. Contrarily, Michigan, since 2018, is 3-0 straight up in ATS as a favorite following a loss. Again, they're a 3.5-point favorite here off the loss to Michigan State since 2018 under the same coaching staff led by Jim Harbaugh. They're 3-0 straight up in ATS in that situation. And get this, folks, those 3 wins came by an average of 43 points per game. So again, folks, this looks too good to be true. And normally with Indiana being a home underdog in this spot as the higher ranked team, when it comes to sports betting, if it looks too good to be true, it normally isn't. I'm going with the Michigan Wolverines here. And here's my advice, folks. If you have to lay to 3.5 and you're not willing to buy the juice, that's fine. But it's always a smart thing to buy off the hook when we're talking about key numbers: 3, 6, 7, 10, 13, and 14 in college football. Spend the extra juice, I would highly advise, and buy this number down from 3.5 to 3. It's not a sign of weakness on the pick. It's just smart sports betting. And folks, if you do the math, if you push on just one of your next 10 losers by buying off the hook on a key number, you're going to be ahead of the game by doing so. Again, Michigan's minus 3.5. Buy them down to 3 over Indiana. Folks, visit my website. That's rbwins.com. It's there. You can get my weekly or monthly packages, $149 weekly, $499 a month for a 30-day package, I should say. And you get my personal guarantee on my subscription plans. If you're not making a profit at the end of your subscription, I will extend your package until you do. That should show you my confidence in making you money over the long haul. So I'm not one of these guys that are going to abandon you after a bad week or bad month. I'm going to continue on with you. All you have to do is make that initial investment to get my personal guarantee going forward. And as a matter of fact, if you renew, you're going to get that same guarantee from me. It's not just a one-time thing. You made money the week before, you renew with me the following week. So somehow, some way, I don't make a profit, I am going to extend your package until you are in the black. I'm Ross Benjamin. You've been watching the OSGA YouTube channel. Be sure to give me a like. God bless and take care.